in this motion, I think we should recognize that the entire country has been concerned about the size of parliament generally. And I would invite that government holistically looks at this matter. While dealing with this special interest group, I think the concern about the increasing numbers of members of parliament vis-a-vis the burden on the taxpayers is a big concern. Having said that, I would have loved, because in this motion, the constitution ties our hands. We can only retain, increase, or abolish. The moment government chose to come by way of motion, it means now we cannot abolish any of this. If we are abolishing, we'll need a bill like Honorable Sarah proposed so that we can do away with others. But I think we have opportunity to look at the composition. For example, the 10 UPDF, they said at least 2. I thought government would be considered it enough to move towards the 1/3 requirement and say, now in this review, maybe we'll have more of those. In fact, by way of evidence, the uniform officers, the ladies, have been more useful in this parliament. They actually attend more than the gentlemen.
I can say now General Charity is your friend. Is it because of the security you promised?
Yes, but if you go to workers, I think the law says 1. At least there should have been some consideration whether we move to 2 so that we can have this gender balance. I want to comment on the one of workers. It has been a long time. The rest, apart from UPDF, persons with disabilities, older persons, they are regionalized. But when it comes to workers, we don't see workers representing the northern part of the country. That's part of the review process that I thought should have been taken into consideration, coming here to ensure that since the youth, we have them at regional level, and the rest, the workers also, the people of the north, the workers who are in the north, would be given an opportunity to deal with that. On the bigger question whether in the past, some of the special interest groups were denied, I think yes, maybe to some extent, but with increasing level of education and exposure and the changes in our demographics, it is important that a comprehensive study is done in this aspect. If the youth are now the majority of the population, and we also look at this parliament, we analyze vis-a-vis how many young people are able to make it on their own. The same with also the ladies. And also track the progress. Those who are given special affirmative action, do they actually move further in their politics? Because for an affirmative action, for a woman to remain, 20, 30 years and etc., I think defeats the very purpose of ushering the ladies into the political arena. I thank you, Right Honorable Speaker.
Thank you. I think we need more sensitization, the public, because sometimes you go to the constituencies, they say, no, we shall vote for the woman MP, then for the men. Some people think the ones of constituencies are for men. I think Honorable Minister Mao, your ministry needs to go, a step further and sensitize the Ugandans that these posts are not just for men, women. The only gazetted ones are those for women, but women can compete against men and do well. Honorable Fox Odoi.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, I rise to support the motion standing in the Honorable Norbert Mao's name. Right Honorable Speaker, I join issue with the submissions of my land friend, the Honorable Jonathan Odur and Honorable Alex Ndezi, in respect of first the size of Parliament. At such a review, I think it should be prudent. It's prudent that we ask ourselves, is the current size of Parliament sustainable? I will address the motion after addressing this preliminary matter. With a population of 48 million, do we need 530 members of parliament? What is the productivity of the 530 members of parliament? What value do we add to the state of Uganda? I thought we missed an opportunity. If the learned Attorney General had created a Constitutional Review Commission, we should have looked at the current numbers of parliament, debated it, and taken up proposals for the reduction of the current numbers. We should have a smaller parliament than what we have now. This is just not sustainable, Right Honorable Speaker. Now, Right Honorable Speaker, I want to support the retention, and I want to support the motion as moved, but I want to address my particular support for only one special interest group. The Honorable Sarah was very eloquent in supporting the women. The UPDF, Right Honorable Speaker, the democratic dispensation that we have now, the constitutional dispensation that we have now, and all the institutions that we have now are a product of a revolution. We are riding on the sacrifices made by the great sons and daughters of Uganda in uniform. They therefore earned their right to sit here with us. We are riding on a privilege they gave us. We cannot therefore sit here and argue that we should kick them out of parliament. I would, in a democratic institution that they paid the highest price to create. Right Honorable Speaker, Right Honorable Speaker, permit me to take the Honorable Jima Kena's Omera.
Thank you, Honorable, for giving way. I wanted you to take note that we had UNLA in this house before UPDF. And that was after an election in 1980. We had UNLA here. So I wanted you to take note of that, because you're giving a lot of accolades.
I thank you, Omera. But I'm talking about the current political dispensation. I'm talking about the current democratic dispensation. I'm not talking about history, but I thank you for that information. Right Honorable Speaker, I am also concerned that the percentage representation of the special interest groups is diminishing. And there's probably a solution that the Attorney General should consider. If we fix the representation of the special interest groups at, say, 3% or 5%, every time we increase the numbers of the members of parliament, which I have already advised against, we should actually reduce the numbers of the members of parliament. We should consider retaining that percentage, so that they are equitably represented in this august house. I submit.
Honourable Minister, you want to? Yes.
Thank you very much, Right Honourable Speaker and honourable colleagues. We note the concern of raised by Honourable Ndezi. Unfortunately, I don't think we can address it now, because it will have an Article 93 issue, which will increase the cost if you increase the number of members of parliament at this point. But it's a point we take, and I think one thing that we have heard from everyone here is that we need to sit down and review this matter. I think this matter is for both, all of us in the leadership space. It's not only for the executive. And we really need to answer that question, whether the number of members of parliament is adequate. If it is not, what needs to be done? And I am sure we shall take it on. What I pray to you, honorable colleagues, is as we speak now, as we sit through the process of rationalizing all these issues, we pray that you allow this motion to pass, and then we continue to this conversation so that it is a much bigger conversation, I think.
Thank you. Thank you, honorable colleagues. Remember, we have nominations this week, and without this motion, our colleagues won't be nominated. So I now put the question that the motion for a resolution of Parliament under Article 78(2) of the Constitution and Section 8(3) of the Parliamentary Elections Act, Cap 177, for review of the representation under Article 78(1)(b) and C of the Constitution be adopted. Those in favor say aye, and to the contrary nay. The ayes have it. Thank you. Clerk, please ensure that you extract the resolution today so that it is submitted to the Electoral Commission. We don't end up having problems with our colleagues. Yes. No time, my time is really bad. Next item.
Item 5 on the order paper, Bill second reading, the Engineering Professionals Bill 2024.
Honourable Minister for